Guess who's back? Back again. Dayton's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? I created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady on chopped liver. Well, if you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. You waited this long, now stop debating because I'm back, I'm on the rag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicated. So the FCC won't let me be or let me be me, so let me see. They tried to shut me down on MTV, but they feel so empty without me. Getting a little bit explicit. I want to get called out on Instagram. Fuck that. Somebody says, get ready, because this shit's about to get heavy. I just settled on my lawsuits. Fuck you, Debbie. Now, this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me because we need a little controversy, and it feels so empty without me. I said, this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me because we need a little controversy, and it feels so empty without me. A visionary, vision is scary. Can start a revolution, polluting the airwaves, a rebel, so just let me revel and bask. Disaster, such a catastrophe for you to see so damn much of my. As for me, well, I'm back. Na 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 na. Big spin antenna tuning, and then I'm gonna enter it up under your skin like a splinter. The center of attention, back by the winner. I'm interesting. The best thing since wrestling, investing in your kids' ears, nesting. If American sensation and future of chess Hans Niemann really wants to be the bad boy, he should add that to his clever interview responses. Hans, turn me into a master. It's a fluke. Hans Niemann's a scam. He's cheating. What do I have to do? I'm in the top 20. They're waving wands all over my ass everywhere I go. You need to turn me into a master, Hans. Be my chess coach. I can take this scrub and turn him into a superstar. You want to question my understanding of chess theory now, assholes? I'm on your side, Hans, and I'll even teach you to do this little riff. Hans can figure it out on his own. A genius. I am back over 2,000. I played in Sunday rated games yesterday. Had the white pieces in the first round against an athlete rated in the mid-1800s. I'm like, this is perfect. I'm mid-1500s. So white pieces, I've got a shot. And if nothing else, I'm going to get a great learning game. But he dropped out of the tournament, so I had a round one bye. Since I had a round one bye, I stopped by the World Chess Hall of Fame and went to their gift shop. It's called Q Boutique. They had a casino night set. It was $45, I think, but I'm a member, so it'd be cheaper. Roulette, poker set. It was a really good deal. And my dog, actually, my dog Nova got a happy present. Checkmate. Get it? Like checkmate? Ruff, ruff. Hashtag chess dog. And to replicate the round one game, so I didn't go into round two not sharp, I played a Blitz battle on chess.com, which got my rating back over 2,000. I unfortunately lost in round two to an athlete. He said his live rating was close to 1,800, but I looked it up, and it appears he's like 1,700-ish. Still, that's a good player. Played the Catalan, and he got the white pieces, which sucked. The organizers do a great job in St. Louis. They use the rating, though, as opposed to the live rating for the weekend events, which meant I was higher rated than him, even though he's been playing a lot more lately, and he's way back up. He actually took a break recently, but he played as a kid, and he said he started playing competitively again in 2019. So he's really shooting up fast, and I needed the white pieces in that game. He played the Catalan, and I responded with a Slav. I called it a Slav structure because I don't know that much about openings, but I know what I like. I know what basic strategies are. I mean, you can get into different lines with Roy Lopez. I might not have seen or know what you're doing, but I'm going to know the basic openings and even a few lines of the most popular ones like the Carl Kant, the Roy Lopez, Sicilian defense, be the main three that I understand pretty well. And now I'm learning the Slav and the semi-Slav. But I gave away my strength on C6, which is the advantage of the Slav. It kills a lot of things, but you can't give it away, and I did, and then it was just downhill from there. Still, I'll be playing over the board at least once every weekend, but probably twice until I'm 1800 USCF, and then I will revisit my chess plan. My online approach is to use Blitz for the remainder of 2025 to try out things I haven't seen over the board or I got surprised with. And then that way I understand, like the Catalan, I might need to play that some. So next time someone plays it against me, I'll know what I'm doing. I know what they're trying to do against me. And online chess has a purpose. But overall, these people are no good. I played a terrible game to get back over 2,000. Of course, it's a short time control, so we don't have time to think. I would never make those oversights if I had time to think. But it's not impressive. It can develop bad habits if not used intentionally. And I'm going to show that game very quick. Well, now I'm going to show a position from that game. Because the game itself, like I said, it was over once I made that error. Library. This would be a great puzzle. Not that hard to spot. Opponent at my opponent's level will see that about every time. Okay. What's up, Captain? Captain, you're not watching sports again. Why not, Captain? I mean, you're my number one Legion leader of my chess army. That's what that means. Why aren't you watching sports? Who's your favorite team? Our chess army. Correct answer. But this, it's nice to spot. It would be impressive if it was speed chess, but it's not difficult either. Like I said, I messed this up. If I'm going to do something silly like this, I need to plan better and get that pawn defended. Because now you just got all kinds of crap you can do to me. Basically, I pushed. I think I pushed to get the queen. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the opponent found it. And I'm screwed now. Apparently, I'm supposed to take. But if I do, of course, bishop takes. You're threatening. And I lost that pawn. My pawns are separated. I don't have control of center or a pawn that could even be remotely used to control anything in the center. I'm toast now. That was a good find. And then it just got really, really, really bad for me. But got to be more consistent. And I'm playing on the online chess again. You get to where you take shortcuts. You expect them to mess up because they often do. I'm going to really try to be deliberate with my online chess. I did get this guy's chess.com account because he was so kind. Most athletes in St. Louis are very friendly and probably everywhere. His name was like Gravel or something. Graveler. It was a very clever name. What was his name? He accepted my request. Social friends. Natural. Friend request from Carl Con Curve. I guess Carl Con Curve sent me a request. I wonder what openings you play. I don't know who that is, but forward to playing with you. Challenge me daily. On the daily setting, not daily. I'm not going to play you daily. Not that into you. Roshan. Okay. Man, these Indian people are really just kicking my ass in chess. Seems to be a trend. Ooh, Zach the Guy. I wonder how Zach the Guy's doing. I like Zach the Guy. I met him over the board. He's my nemesis, but he's a good person. I think he's going to college, so I don't see him anymore. And I've been working anyway, I guess. So I wouldn't know if he's been competing, but I doubt he is. He's pretty busy. What is his name? I have my chess.com on my phone in case I get into a time scramble in Blitz. I'm so much faster on my phone. Alphabetical. Yeah, let's challenge. This is one of my first chess friends. I think it was still COVID when we became allies. I'm about to his rating now, but I'd say he's probably better than me. He's an artist, a very, very good artist. I think he's making a living doing it in Serbia. Yeah. Follow him on Instagram. He's very good. So he doesn't dedicate as much time to chess anymore. But he beat my ass when I was learning via Zoom call. Dayton sucks. Why am I friends with you, you asshole? Dayton sucks, burgers rule. Isn't the internet a strange, strange place? What if I like burgers? Then does Dayton not suck anymore? My friend Bailey from high school. Captain Current, of course. What is his name? Organic gravel. That's what it was. That's what it was. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But this opponent is a lot stronger than me. Yet my online numbers are usually comparable to athletes that are 17, 1800 rated over the board. I don't know what that means. It might be good because it could indicate they are getting ahead of me via stronger openings, which are much easier to learn than tactics. I think there's some talent in seeing tactics, and it takes a lot longer to train tactics than it does to learn a new opening. So if I'm losing because I'm out prepped in the open, that's a quick fix. If I'm losing because my opponents are seeing tactics quicker and more consistently, which is how you usually win online games, that could take a lot more time to correct. What's this Blitz peak? See, I'm surprisingly decent at Blitz I played a lot of games, but the games are shorter, so you can play a lot more games. I have like 30,000 bullet games under my belt. That doesn't mean I'm playing a lot of chess. That's the equivalent of, a fraction of maybe 5,000 rapid games. And I played a lot of those less than a minute, so like 30 seconds. But I don't know that it helps me over the board that much to have pretty good speed chess numbers. But it might be an indication of my potential. Because I've said for a while now, especially online, you can just be pretty smart and pick people apart in rapid time control, like Tyler 1 has. When he plays that stupid cow bullshit, it forces an untrained opponent to commit pawns, and then Tyler's smart enough, it seems, to pick them apart. But he's no good at chess. And online, I would rather know a person's blitz rating, I think. Rapid, there's so many ways you can win rapid games at the lower levels. There's so many playing styles. Some of it's just chaos. Everyone trains differently. So I don't know much about you until you get to the really, really high ratings in rapid, like above me. Because then you're playing possibly titled players or really, really decent experts. But at the lower levels of rapid, like, you might just be proving that you're willing to focus a little more. You're willing to not spiral
or play tired, and you can win a lot of rapid games just like that. But Blitz isn't that way. You got to react. You got to have a little bit of intuition. You don't have time to think it out. And kind of like my statement that I lose a lot of games over the board against athletes who have been taking classes since they were pretty young, and then they get ahead in the open. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean they're more talented than me. It's hard to know because I didn't play as a kid. It just means they're trained. Kind of like the saying in football, you can't teach speed. You can take someone who wants to work hard. You can take someone with a good attitude who sleeps 8 hours a night and eats all the right vegetables. But God just didn't give him fast twitch muscle fibers. So if there's another guy who runs a 4.340, drinks every weekend, had a domestic abuse charge in the past, but has served his time and can still run that fast, you can teach him to catch the football. You can try to teach a better attitude and better habits, but at the end of the day, the muscles in his legs just fire at a different rate, and it gives him so much more potential. That's kind of how I view chess. You can take someone who is seeing those things quickly, who is reacting to patterns. Maybe they're wrong a lot, but they're noticing some patterns and guessing with some decent consistency, and make them a better over-the-board classical time control athlete. That's my prediction. Can I challenge everybody? Is that an option? Can I challenge all my friends? That should be an option. I just accepted you. I want to challenge all of them. Mass challenge on chess.com. Mass challenge on chess.com. Surely they have that option. That should be a feature. I want to challenge all my friends. Go. I don't want to have to click everyone individually. It's not. That's frustrating. She says she doesn't take challenges. But will you make an exception? I'm a fan of her work. You know that I could use somebody, someone like you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm not singing that because she's a chess woman that I respect. We have a similar story, but she's not my type. I take subtle jabs at the hashtag called out, hashtag Me Too stuff for many reasons. Many reasons. Not because I disagree with women or I don't believe them in a lot of cases. It's because the next guy might be innocent. It's a very selfish thing. Like, there's a book, and I'm not trying to start fights, but because I won't argue back. So it's hard to fight with me. I don't care. It's not my business. But there's a book called Chess Bitch. I researched. I'm trying to make decisions here. Like, if I get to 1800, I'm happy to quit. And if it's a community I don't want to be a part of, I'm old enough now. I can start a family. I have a dog, my family that raised me. I'm good. I don't need any of that bullshit. So the Chess Bitch thing, like, great book, I'm sure. I'm sure it helped a lot of women. But it's almost like an attitude. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you not to mess with us because I'm going to be a bitch. Okay. Give yourself a derogatory term. I'm not you. I'm not saying you're wrong. And stay away from me. Guys don't go around, if they want any opportunity or outsiders to get involved in what we're interested in. I don't go around calling myself the guitar asshole. It's just very hateful. And it's not like women don't have rights. If you want to talk about hardship or being wronged, you need to go talk to veterans who have lost their legs. And if not for you, and it's going to be bad for women in the long run. That stuff is why Andrew Tate is rich. That stuff is why young men are turning to Andrew Tate. Hey, the bitch, she wants to be a bitch. She wants to go after men, and it's not her business sometimes. So, yeah, women are heartless. I told you, and it's going to be very bad for young women. Not all young women want to be chess bitches. It's not like professional baseball, where if you make it, you're worth hundreds of millions and you have status. Chess is not prestigious until you get to the top 10 in the world. And someone like me, which are the people you'll need to grow your game and make grandmasters money, okay, you're gonna gatekeep a sport that is lonely. It's hard. I'll never be as good as the people who played their whole lives, or a lot of them. And you want to haze people? You want to haze people before letting them into a frat that no one really finds desirable. It's a really bad approach. 2 more points, then I'll shut my mouth. Do I think a woman could be the best chess player in the world? Probably so. Again, I don't really care. I'll root for them. I have nothing against women. There's not a single woman that is active and within striking distance of the second tier of men. I'm not talking about Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru, Fabiano Caruana. I'm talking about Hans Niemann, who he could become the best player in the world, but he's not there yet. There's not a single female chess player of all the many very, very elite ones that is within 100 elo of the second tier of men. Not a single one. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You got to get more women involved. That's what we're trying to do. That's great. I don't. But for not a single one to be within 100 elo could be evidence against a woman ever becoming world champion. You'd think there would have been one. But since Judith Polgar, I don't know that there has been one who is literally able to compete with the very best men in the world. Now, she could be the exception. She could be evidence that it's possible. But right now, you're not even close. And getting that extra 100 elo or a little more is not like what it would take for me to jump 100 elo at 1,500. That's hard to get 1 elo when you're that good. So if you get every woman in the world to play, and you just have the percentage of men who play right now pursuing grandmastery, my evidence shows me that it is unlikely for a woman to be the best. There might be one if you get every woman to play and you leave the pool of men as is. There might be one who gets closer, but probably not going to be the best in the world. And even if you don't like what I just said, which I say these things in part because I would rather be banned early. Like, I don't want any bad vibes. And 30-year-old men don't want to be known as pedophiles for looking at a girl or shaking her hand and she taking it the wrong. I mean, it's getting that stupid. I was young and impressionable once. I wanted to fit in. My peers are doing it. That 30-year-old man who happens to be tall and says some controversial things on the internet because you have to stand out these days. He shook my hand a little too long. He wasn't just looking at the position. He was looking at me. Oh, shit, I'm on an Instagram meme, and if I don't make it in chess, I don't have any jobs because I'm a pedophile now. That's the shit that you do when you get over-aggressive. And I'm going to stop, but the most depressed women, the most depressed people are probably women who are older and don't have families. The boss bitches. And you can be successful and have a career without turning men away from you. But it's an awful approach. It's a very bad approach. It's going to isolate you and ensure the many good people in chess business and the many strong athletes don't get the attention and money they deserve. I rambled, but my second point was, of course, St. Louis Chess has a big following because they're really good. But the boutique where I got Nova's scarf, and they had the casino night and a lot of other cool gifts. I talked to the guy that works there. His name is Blair. Recommended me Mexican restaurants. Promoted the city on accident. Great, kind person. And they have like 1,300 followers on Instagram for that boutique. If you put that boutique in the Enterprise Center where the St. Louis Blues hockey team plays, or at Busch Stadium where the St. Louis Cardinals play, that is selling out. That is renowned. The quality, the prices are good. It's clean. Does a great job, like I said, at promoting the city. But since it's at a chess place and most don't want to take the time to understand chess, it's not like football where you can appreciate someone who's fast or a throw Patrick Mahomes makes. automatically. Chess is very difficult. So you don't need to add reasons for people to say, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Even if you're right and you're fighting for the right things, you're going to ensure outsiders don't visit stores, don't watch chess. My opinion, but I guarantee I think a lot more like mainstream or the people you're trying to get interested in chess than athletes who have played since they were 4 do. All right. Let's look at my last Blitz game briefly. Steve Aoki's pretty cool. And I'm no good at chess. So acting like you're better than people or going out of your way to hashtag call it out against the entire male species just reminds me I'm wasting my time. It's just such bad marketing to act like anyone owes you something because your parents handed you a chessboard when mine tossed me a baseball. It's the only reason. That's the main reason that a lot of title players are what they are, which are very good players. Had no one tossed them a chessboard when they were young, they don't know how to play chess, so we'll never know how talented they are. And what I expect, and what I've experienced a little bit, not that anyone's been necessarily mean to me, grandmasters will like me or be fine with me. I can help grow their game, and I'll never beat a grandmaster. They'll probably always beat me blindfolded. Watch Daniel Naroditsky playing bullet chess blindfolded. It's a different level of amazing. So they might like me. The ones who won't like me, and the few that I haven't had bad experiences with, but I get a bad vibe from, and I understand I won't be welcome. You made your point. Follow and unfollow on Instagram. I get it. Are candidate masters, athletes in the low 2000s or maybe a little higher. They're really good players. But I could, if I decided to commit the time or get an opportunity to play full time, I could beat them sometimes. Yeah, see that's bad. That's very bad. Got to see that, even in Blitz chess. Sport, you can't take it. I don't have anything to prove. I'll have nothing to lose. There are real problems in the world, and I don't need to waste my time playing those stupid ass mind games. Dummy, teach me a lesson. You should beat me. We'll show him. We'll show him. And I will take my notations and learn from them because you should. I have nothing to lose. And every reason to quit, by the way. So unlike Susan Polgar or other chess athletes who had overcome adversity, unfortunately, I don't have those experiences when I was younger to where I could become a really, really elite player. There's that incentive isn't there. So be mean to me, annoy me, make my life uncomfortable. We'll be seeing you. Okay, let's get my Blitz rating to a new peak here. a little bit of an advantage. Take the pawn, Dayton. Take the damn pawn, okay. So I can leave it. It's a bad move by you. You don't really want to do that for two reasons. It's okay. Barely. Shit. Okay, so the thing is, you got to go something like that, or you got to defend your knight. Okay. I have that protected. I can even play here now. Yeah. I'd kind of rather be there. Bad sequence by the opponent. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. I can play here first, or I can play there. not going to play anymore until at least tonight. That didn't feel good. I didn't feel sharp at all. And I need to walk my dog before it rains. I got my one mistake, at least one, pretty bad one. But I made one too, so. It's a little too fast for me right now. Bad response. Stay calm, don't panic. Don't let your mistakes compound. There it was. There was my. You don't want to look for it. It's a bad habit to look for it, but you're going to get one at this level, and you've got to not miss it. And there's a bad mistake by me, but now I'm getting a little bit of time trouble. So my real issue is that I didn't manage my time well. Got to see the knight force quickly in the end game. Okay. It's a bad game. You got to check your way out of that if Kurt's still on. I think Kurt was on. Do I write poems? Yeah, man, I write. I'm not even joking. I do write some poetry. Because you are number one, Kurt. You're the real deal. You have OCD. I'll look at Eminem and a lot of other great poets / musicians. Rappers are poets. A normal, healthy brain doesn't create beautiful art. Yeah, I'm not going to ever take my people in there. I understand what you're trying to do. You probably want me to get out here, find some activity, but that's just not going to happen. What I was saying here, I shouldn't talk through tactics. The reason that's a mistake is the knight can take, and of course, just counting captures where chess gets a little more advanced. You just look at other developing moves at a glance, but in speed chess, I've got to get better. I would see all that in even a rapid game. I would definitely see that battery coming. But the battery freezes my position because I have to respond to it. Else mate. And nothing I could do to defend mate will also defend my knight. So I lose that knight. I cannot miss that. It's pathetic. It's more pathetic to miss or to not exploit my pathetic mistake, though. And of course, I can't take it. Poor planning by me. So it likes rook a4. So you leave your queen there if you want to. So it likes queen c1. Freeing that knight from danger. So if that knight gets free, which is a much more likely human move. This is where even bullet chess can be really valuable. I'd say the newer you are, the better it could be for your chess. Because you analyze, and there's still a lot of learning. Mirror rook F makes a lot of sense. See, this is where I just memorized how athletes at each tier of online chess play. See the correlation? Take it away. I would no longer be defending, but the thing is your queen would then be hitting my rook, so I don't have time to take it. But still, it's enough to make not very good chess players panic. And I didn't dream. I figured you'd move the bishop away, which isn't the best move, but I don't know what the best move is. In speed chess, I don't have time to really look from your perspective that long. But I know it's not that. So when does that happen? What is it, knight g5? Yeah. But there's my gift. You do like the queen. I guess my king a little active. Yeah, and that move was made quick. It's very important. And just be on the look. I'm not going to get mated here. To save time, just know if you're not going to get mated, that really changes how you think about everything. And it allows me to look. I'm basically all my energy is I'm looking for forks. You got two rooks in the same vicinity. It's awkward. King's in the center of the board. When am I going to fork your rooks? I probably will. These athletes are no good. Okay. So 2013. I might be on later tonight, try to get a new peak. But I might just enjoy my evening. We shall see. If your head bursts, it'll be hard to play chess, so try to not do that. My brave Legion leader, Captain Kurt. Okay, I'm probably going to block him after this game. Peter Piper's been nothing but mean to me. I don't appreciate it. I'm just ready for our relationship to be over, get a restraining order. I'm a huge fan of Canadian people, but... Okay, so here, then here, and here. Well, so here, then 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 here, and I'm fast enough. I'm pretty sure I'm good there. Either way, this decision's made now. Okay. Why are you doing that? I hate the conditional moves. Here, 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 here I cover. I better not have miscalculated that. Yeah, why allow you to check me? Oh, we got another game? No, Peter, I'm done with you, actually. Yeah, very hateful. The delicate flower. No. I think I matched with her on Tinder. didn't even look at her. She's probably cute, but she plays chess. Yeah, she's cute. Probably shouldn't say that out loud. It's not a very professional thing to mention. Oh, well. Jesse will wipe the floor with me. I'm not into that. Sorry, Jesse. Be less competent. Gunner's an engineer. He could be really good at chess, but he's got adult stuff to attend to. Always like when Neil plays with me, but it's been well over a year. Let's see if he responds. Because I don't know who Carl Concurve is, I wanna find out about you. So you get a challenge from me. Well, darn it. Quit going. I wish that opened a new tab. I think I made that friend in speed chess in my blitz climb. GM. Now that's not a legitimate title. Good one. Good one. Pawn grabbing wins. Very funny, I'm sure. Zach the guy. He's really annoying to play over the board. Not as a person. He just plays very solid for an intermediate athlete, which is what I am too. He's so fucking solid. That sounded weird, didn't it? He's so solid. But he is. He is. He makes you earn everything. I think Zach the guy, which is what I'll call him if I see him again. I don't know. He might, at that age, he might have got a job out of the state or something. But I'll call him that. Any response to it? Nice guy. Zach the guy plays a few openings pretty well. Of course, just like his playing style, he plays pretty smart, conservative openings. Doesn't go for a huge lead, but he doesn't mess up either. Obi-Wan. Hateful bastard. Oh, Brent. Brent, I met him during my internship in 2015. We hit it off pretty good. He was fun, but I was too young to drink that year, and he didn't go out a lot. So we played some music together, hung out. Brent's a good guy. And Brent at least knew how to play chess during lockdown. So if you look at my profile even, I bet Brent was some of my first games. And Brent was a lot better than me at the start. What's he rated? Yeah, that makes sense. He wasn't bad. Yeah, so there's our that'd be fun to look at actually. Yeah, I thought I played him really early on. Yeah, January, so I was at least able to finish a game at that point. I'm going to look at those. Might have a stream where I just go through my beginner games. Yes, we hadn't played since then. Did I hit the challenge? In worst case, I sent them 2. Another person that would be very competent or have a lot of potential if he invested some time in chess. Very smart. How many games did we play together? 23 games. Did I have him create an account? Oh, so I guess I thought my first games were in mid-December. So he beat me. Hope for Hans. He beat me. We played a 60-minute game. He beat me. I beat him. I guess I figured it out a little bit. 608. So these were when I was really learning. Let's look at the first game I ever played against Brent, which might have been my first game on the platform. I don't know. This is going to be terrible. I had learned how the pieces moved probably days before. Yeah, like I'm bringing my queen out. So. I took the pawn. Yeah, I'm failing to notice that the knight will come back, I guess. Oh, that might have been my first game of chess ever. When I played these, actually, I think I FaceTimed Brent, and just to maintain sanity during COVID lockdown, I got a chair. I had a house at that point, so a chair at my dinner table, and I turned it around, and any friend I played on chess.com, I would put their name, like tape a piece of paper with their name written on it to the chair, and then I would get the chessboard out, and I'd FaceTime them, and every move they made, I would maybe even not look at the phone. I would talk to the chair or set the iPhone on FaceTime in the chair like we were actually in person. It was a lot of fun. And if it was one of my really good friends, like me and Brent were cool, but we don't talk anymore. We just knew each other through Walmart. And then he went to Amazon. So we kind of fell out of touch. But I wouldn't do crazy shit with Brent. Like, I don't know Brent that well. Loose ties. But a good friend that I've known my whole life, I would print a picture out of their face and just be super weird with it. And we'd play chess while I just stared at a piece of paper with my friend's face on it. Okay. So when were my first games then? I thought my first game was like December 15th. Apparently not. Games. How do I go in reverse order? If I click date, can I feel no? Can't do that. There's some charts you can. Is that 8? That's 8 wins in a row for me in Blitz, actually. Now that I think about it. It's not a bad streak. What's my best streak of all time? Oh, 15. Yeah. 15, and my current streak is probably 8. 7 or 8. Yeah, I'm at 8. Wow. That'll solve a lot of problems. Okay, almost all my early games were rapid. How can I go? Okay, last, yeah. That's the only way chess.com will let me do it, I guess. So let's just go to game history. And then I have to go to the last page. No, that's not right, because we just saw me playing Brent long before February. So is there a limit on how many it can pull? Or is it such a big volume that it's just taking too long to query it? No, I don't want one more. The opponent played 13% accuracy. Here's when I lost. And this is why I got off Lead Chess. I don't like the Hans Niemann stuff. I'm sure chess.com isn't bad. I wouldn't want anything to do with them, and they probably don't want much to do with me. But all my games are logged on chess.com, so why would I overcomplicate my life? Yeah, see, I'm moving the same pieces and shit. Oh, shit. So that's how I lost it. Okay, that's bad. I was a beginner, as we all were at some point. What am I doing here? Switching up my openings. Look at me go. Yeah. Let's see, the phone doesn't even see to take the rook. Okay, this is kind of fun. Why does it stop there, though? See, so if I played him then, way before February or wherever my first games are showing on my account, why don't these show? It's confusing. So I guess I just decided to move a lot of pawns at first. And this is when I didn't like. Sometimes when you're learning, you forget that pawns capture side or diagonally. Like I didn't know anything. Like, I might have done a few puzzles. I'm just seeing that the rook is vulnerable. I'm not even looking ahead to realize how it can get fixed. I'm literally brand new at this point. Don't take that queen, Brent. Don't you worry about it. Oh, you forked. Run out of time. Okay, so we played. What's our 60-minute game? What on earth were we doing playing a 60-minute game? So maybe I guess I was straight up challenging my friends to start. Maybe I didn't play live games at first. All of 2020 was a blur for everybody. What a weird time. That was eventful. Oh, so me and Brent played for a while. I tried to stay in touch with a lot of people during COVID. Yeah, Brent didn't want his queen, so I took it. And then I elected to not take the rook. Oh, how fun. How fun. Look at me go. Which one? I just look at that one. Okay, where's the final game me and Brent played? It was that one. And I was probably playing quite a bit at this point. And I studied before I played a lot of lives. I worked in systems, so I had a lot of exposure to learning approaches that don't work. You got to learn roadmaps and understand what the hell the systems are doing, how they talk and shit. So I know you don't just go do things. And I was studying on my own, so just looking at my games against Brent, which I played Neil a lot, but I would say I played the most games against Brent that are at least documented. I drove to Maryland actually to see Neil because COVID sucked. I hadn't seen my friends. I like Neil. We played some chess games over the board. And I think we recorded some of them actually on chess.com. But that was March when I went to see Neil, I think, March of 2021. But these games against Brent would be really good to see my initial improvements from when I didn't know how to move the pieces to is that his name? Yeah. To being a decent beginner. He's played that many games? Oh, he got into it. I didn't know Neil played that much. 5,000 games. Neil's playing right now. Let's go, Neil. He texted me that he was playing some. I figured he just did one to make me feel good. We lost a high school friend to suicide, so I feel like sometimes my better friends from high school might just try to do something nice, and I would do the same for them if I thought they were doing some weird shit. But he's not just flattering me; he's getting into it. And Neil's very smart, first of all. worked in a lab at Baltimore. What's the really smart school in Baltimore? I'm drawing a blank. Is it John Hopkins? Yeah. At a lab. Neil always scored well in science and math, and he would be really good at chess. Okay, so there's some of our games. These will be fun too. How many games do we have together? The game history is 53, then why is it blank? That's kind of weird. So by September, I was rated 1100. But unlike Tyler 1, I mean, his journey is interesting. But I'm actually trying to learn to play real chess. I think it's a huge, huge advantage to play the cow opening when no one knows what they're doing, because you'll get them out of position and then you just got to exploit obvious weaknesses, usually with pawns. So I think it can actually be better when you're starting out, but it doesn't give you much long-term potential. So by September, which is 9 months in, but again, I was doing YouTube videos. I even traveled to Kansas City for one, and I was really trying to go hard with the content because I know I'm not going to get any good at chess without being in that world and having friends in it. Well, I thought so. I guess I'm decent now. So Tyler 1 was just grinding chess, and he already had a League of Legends following established. He didn't have to worry about money for that reason, and he could just do chess, which helps a lot. Whereas I was planning content, I had a lot going on. But 9 months in, I'm in the 1100s. And Tyler 1, 9 months in, was like 1800. But again, he had a gaming background. He played in PogChamps, so he had some exposure to the chess people. I was just guessing. And I'll end up way better. A lot of times that's what happens. I don't know how naturally IQ smart I am, probably more so than the average person. But very frequently, the most naturally gifted or those who pick it up the quickest don't end up being the strongest. In chess, it might be because he never really learned how to play chess. He's just playing stupid-ass openings that will get exploited by even decent over-the-board players. If it comes too easy, you won't work hard. You don't love it. I'll end up being a lot better than people like Tyler 1 who gained some rating quick. And kind of like my not so, I mean, it's not hateful. It's observing facts. But talking about, I would expect that I think the best two women are Chinese. What's your chess.com ID? Send me your ID and I might. 100 rating points once you're a grandmaster. It's so easy. It's so difficult to gain those points because mistakes are almost invisible. Everyone's really good. And Tyler 1, his peak rapid is like 1960. And my peak rapid is what it is now, which is 2014. So 54 points. But it's not like we're 500s anymore where you gain 54 points easily and quickly. It's kind of a lot. So it's cool when people get good at something quickly. But usually you wouldn't expect them to end up really, really good at it. It might just mean that they're naturally smart, which can be a weakness. What's your chess.com user ID? Ursorani. Okay, so I got Neil into it. This is fun. So Neil was in the gifted program as a kid, and they played chess there. He and my friend Evan know how to play chess, which Evan didn't get into during COVID, but I know he's decent. And he's talked about coming to the St. Louis Chess Club if he ever visits me here. He's in Chicago, so I'm sure there's a pretty good Chicago chess club. I think they call it the Chicago Chess Center. So that one we just abandoned. So they, at least as kids, played in class with no teacher, I'm sure. I doubt their teacher was, well, the teacher might have known how to play chess, but I doubt there was anyone competent teaching them theory or anything. So Neil started off higher rated for that reason. And it took me a while, if you look at our games, to beat him consistently. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 'cause I'm not even seeing that pen, that absolute pen there. No, I'm not noticing. I just thought I was getting the bishop, probably. Now I'm going to lose this. I lost some time. Because me and Neil drew this one. And later, I thought it was in March when I went to Baltimore. I drove to Baltimore. Dropped my dog off in Indianapolis. Long drive from Springfield, Missouri. And we played some games then. Did I drive all the way to Baltimore to play over the board chess? No, I do like Neil. But I was pretty excited about playing some chess. And at this point, I don't really have friends in chess now. But I have people, like, if I call them, I've got their number. I'm friends with them on chess.com. They'd play a game with me. They'd say hi if they saw me at the grocery store or something. But at this point, I didn't know anybody. And I would have assumed that my friends were pretty good because I didn't know anyone that was good at chess. Oh, no. And Neil could have forced the draw, I guess. Taking my pawns. But this is a level where you don't even know. Like Neil and I are smart enough to probably think about it, but you just get into the game. You're learning. It's all fun. That is the draw. You can't win with only a minor piece. And that might have been my first stalemate draw ever. I don't know. I didn't give Neil. Or no, that wasn't a stalemate draw. I ran out of time again, didn't I? Did I run out of time? Yeah. Not a stalemate draw. I wish I could filter by my first stalemate draw. I wish I could filter. I could probably filter by how the game ended. Can I filter by a game ending and stalemate draw? My first stalemate draw games would be funny, and they bring back very bad memories. Okay, so let's look in March. Okay, so at this point, when did we play those? March 5th and 6th? That's probably when I went to visit him. April 7th, April 23rd. So the last games we played. Okay, oh, those were our first. So there's another page of this. I don't want to put my knight on the natural development square, apparently. Yeah, I'm just going to give you my knight if you want it. It'll make me cry. Not really, but I work very hard. Good job, Neil. Oh. So here's our last game, and this is, at this point, I've been playing a lot, and Neil was working a lot. Probably having somewhat of a social life. I don't remember which video I did it in, but there was one video I combined High School Musical with a Sicilian Defense. Na 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 na, yeah, you are the music in me. And I did that over the Sicilian Defense. Yeah, because of the pin, and the check. Wow, that's really new. But if I played an opening that looks legitimate at that point, I'd probably at least Googled it. Yeah, because here you can't take. I'll check, and you can't take with your queen because it's absolutely pinned. So then you'd have to look at sliding back. So that was the last game we played against each other. And now apparently Neil's back into it, though. I'm going to have to call his ass. September 12th. June. Yeah, that was our series. We did a best of 15. We bought a little cheap, like the cheapest chess set at Walmart. And we played it out in Baltimore. We'd play our moves, at least for some of the games, we play our moves on the computer, then on the board. Or the games that aren't documented, we would play on the board and record it, try to remember what we did, and we'd put it in the chess.com engine to analyze. It was fun. This was the first in that series we did. And we're sitting in person now, talking some shit. Some 801. So we're super evenly matched beginners here. And the blenders is nice. But I didn't take back properly. Because now, yeah, you can block it. So I should take on the bishop. See, I'm not just automatically trading stuff. I'm trying to use my pawns and shit now. I just don't know what I'm doing. I guess I thought the pawn was moved. Or I just wanted the game to be over because I messed up. Okay, so Neil beat my ass a lot, it looks like. Then I got back at him. There's one I won. See, I don't even know not to do that with my bishop. I know nothing about chess at this point. And this was before I knew the St. Louis Chess Club existed, or therefore I hadn't taken any formal training, of course. Wait, I won this game? See, Neil doesn't want my rook here. So I resign now. I thought I clicked on what I want. Oh no, this is from Neil's perspective. I'm on Neil's account, right? So every red means I won, and every green means Neil won. My fault. I was gonna say I've been playing a lot. I didn't think you would have beat me that many times in a row. This is the last before I left Baltimore. Let's see. This is the last one. I guess I'm really liking those bishops just blocking my central pawns from developing. So I'm starting to get some checks, okay. And we drew this one. Second to last game. See, I don't understand much about like piece activity. I'm making terrible mistakes. See how fast these games end at the beginner level? Oh, this is the one. This is a funny stalemate. Probably. This might have been my first stalemate. So never resign. Neil didn't leave me anywhere to go. I can't put myself in checkmate. Look at that. Can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there, obviously. That was fun. And now I've taken a few classes, played a few competitive tournaments since. And we have transformed into the late blooming chess prodigy. It's so important to promote, not necessarily me or necessarily Tyler One, but those types of stories if you want to grow your game. You can be in your little clique. I learned in the corporate world, most people aren't bad. They're just different or they're into what they're into. Now cults can be bad. And that's what a lot of corporate environments become, and sports. But aside from the people that are already in your cult, no one else will want to join your cult, I promise you that. But showing a Magnus Carlsen game before people understand how the pieces move, you know what that does? That ensures only Magnus Carlsen makes a living playing chess. And people who are just really, really good live broke forever. That's what that does. And now we're a little bit better at chess. But showing those games against Neil and Brent and most of my first year, that will make newcomers feel like they could possibly do it, then show them my games now or my global rating. I'm still no good in the scheme of really good players, but it proves it's possible. And I don't mean to be mean, but I think it's unnecessary to attack men, even if they deserved it, for the sake of your game growing. I don't know. I wasn't at parties and shit. I think women get wronged a lot outside of chess. I think men, there's a few that are going through major defamation situations right now. And look at my social media. I'm certainly guilty of the following. Dayton, if they just see that one video, they'll think you're crazy. Dayton, I know you. Or my mom, I raised you. I know who you are. But if they just see that video, you're not going to get a job. Blah, blah. The casino took me. I'm an adult entertainment, baby. I'm not going to censor myself. But she is right. If someone just saw that one video and a girl liked me, let's say, yeah, she's not going to date me. A friend wouldn't want to be my friend. An employer wouldn't want to employ me. And they would never get to know me because I ruined it with that red flag. Is that wrong of society to be so narrow-minded? Say people are just busy. They don't want to look into it. They don't want to look into why I think a certain way. And they're not wrong because I'm that way too. When I see chess bitch, you go be the chess bitch. You can be the chess bitch. Well, the truth is, Dayton, a lot of men weren't inclusive of women and we're the only ones at parties. So we get hit on when we're underage. Well, you went to the party. You can uninvite the man to the next party. But the reality is you have young men who, if they're that good at chess, they're spending a lot of time alone. And they're probably not super good at football or basketball. So I only had friends because I'm athletic. So my friends were gifted to me through sports and chess. You probably weren't super physically athletic. And when girls are young, they like usually the jocks or guys who are bigger, more extroverted, which is usually not young chess players. So you give young men who don't have status handed to them by being athletic, usually, like I did, and friends. And girls don't want to talk to them until girls get older and they realize, a lot of times the nerd in high school is the nicest guy and the jock ends up drinking too much. Not always, but sometimes. And then you sit them down with prettier women. Those are the only women they see, pretty much. If you're going to become a really good chess player, you're playing all the time. And then you get mad at them for flirting when a lot of young girls, all young girls want to be pretty. They dress nice. They sit around with their friends at sleepover. They put makeup on and learn how it works to impress men. And then you get mad at men. I think it's hateful. Though if I had a daughter, I might feel similarly. I would try to keep her away from parties. I wouldn't go after men for hitting on my daughter, even if she was underage. I'm like, it's my fault as a dad that she was at that party drinking underage. What are underage girls doing around 25-year-old men when or there have been reports that that's how they behave? Why on earth would you let the girl go? Well, because I'm not going to have to shelter my daughter. She's in that sport and she's competing at that level. She should be there. That's your choice. That's your choice. But then you need to charge the man with a lawsuit. You need to charge the one man with a lawsuit. You do not need to hashtag call it out until every girl who is beating a man in chess and he refuses to draw, you're gonna put a quote about how men think they're too good to draw a woman. No, look at those games I just played against my friend Neil. I don't know how to fucking play chess. So you call it out against me one time and I will go at you. You do not want to do that. See, he was too arrogant because he thinks women can't play chess. So he wouldn't accept my draw offer. No, I didn't know what a fucking bishop did. Sorry. So go tell your 40-year-old peers to stay off my back. It's hateful. It's ugly. It's exactly why chess makes no money. Even if you're right. And I wasn't at those parties. I will never be at those parties, by the way. Alejandro Ramirez seems like he did some pretty shady things. He also went to Springfield, Missouri, which is the fifth largest city in Missouri, where I'm from. And he took the time to do a sign mole, I'm sure sign autographs, promote chess, explain to people that don't even have a fucking chess club. We don't have a chess club in Springfield. Another reason I would never kiss the chess people's ass. Not my fault. There was no chess club. No one had any money or that was interested in chess enough to build a club. They play in a room at the senior center. That's the chess club. And I didn't know about that until COVID, because if there were any good chess players in my area, they weren't super welcoming or promoting their game to where I even knew it was an option. And Alejandro Ramirez came to that because he at least loved chess enough and cared about making it inclusive, whereas some chess people just, what's their rating? What's their rating? I'm an international master. He just got into it during COVID. He says, fuck. Yeah. Alejandro Ramirez came to see Springfield. I appreciate that. Now, was he a bad person? I mean, maybe he was. But the next guy might not be. And another point, not arguing for that guy, because again, I don't know, but I think he was one of the best players in the world when he was 15. And as strong as he was, he could have chose to be an athlete only, which would have, of course, helped his chances to reach the top tier of players a little more. But then after he'd committed to teaching, creating content, traveling to other cities and promoting chess, he would have been too old to really invest into only being a player for his career and compete against the likes of 18-year-olds that he's 30. I think Alejandro Ramirez is probably 40 now, but he would no longer, after he'd committed that time to having a career as a teacher and not a player, to get back into it and have the brain power and time to compete with 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are already in the top 15 in the world. So you kind of took that from him. And now he's got nothing, I'm assuming. He's not strong enough, or he's not young enough anymore to make those final jumps to try to make a living with it. No one's going to hire him as a teacher, probably, at least in America, and you took that from him. Now, if that was your only option, maybe it was. But that's all men see. That's all outsiders see, is I don't want to be him. And so I damn sure won't be at a chess event or a party. Because though he seems to be guilty, I'm not saying you're wrong, I might not be. And look at this Me Too shit. Look what it did to some men, some who were guilty and some who might have been innocent. Whether you were innocent or whether you were guilty, you will get the same treatment. So go be the chess bitch. I'll be walking my dog. And that's what I'm going to go do. Hope you're playing some chess. Please challenge me to daily challenges at the Late Blooming Chess Prodigy. I will be back on either tonight or later this week to get a new peek in Blitz.